Hey guys, it's Wolfman here again. I kind of wanted to make this follow-up video to my last video that I posted on this channel because I was pretty overwhelmed by all the views and all the responses that I got about me posting my own opinion as to what I thought about Hilary getting beat up by her dad from 2004. And there was a few things that I did want to address though in this follow-up video because there was a lot of people that posted comments on that video specifically disagreeing with what I said in terms of how I said that physical discipline should never happen between parents and kids because people argued with the fact that they think that physical discipline should happen because that's how kids learn to obey their parents at a young age. Now, in a way, I do agree with that because when you're younger, you tend not to really have a sense of like knowing what's right and what's wrong. Like I'm saying, like this usually happens. I'm guessing between like when you're really young and like when you get about probably the age of like maybe 6 or 7. That's probably how it happened with me, but I can't really remember too much. But I know that like when I got older, like around 9 or 10, I started to really have a sense of everything around me and knowing what was right and what was wrong and how like it was around that age that I stopped like getting physically disciplined by my own parents because I mean it happens to all kids though. I mean one way or another usually all kids receive like spankings and stuff like that from their parents, but there comes a line that you can't really cross when it comes to that. And this video was a perfect example of it because not only was Hilary 14, I mean 14, that's a pretty old age to be spanked by your own parents, but it was with a belt. And I mean that just it just doesn't seem right if you ask me because like I just said though, physical altercations can happen and they do happen, and I don't disagree with it to a certain extent because I mean unless if you don't physically like what's the word, if you don't physically discipline your kid, then they probably don't get a sense of what's right and what's wrong if you do nothing to them because that means that they think they can probably get away with more stuff and how they don't feel like they have to obey you because you do nothing back to them. So if you do stuff to them in terms of anything physically, then I think they start to realize that they have to respect you and respect the power that you have over them. So but then again, like I just said, Hillary was 14 in this video, and how it wasn't just a spanking; it was with a belt, and it continued for quite a while. I mean, because usually, like when parents like spank their kids, it's not a thing that happens it's not like a really long thing that happens. It's just like one of those things where it only takes like maybe a minute or less. But this video lasted for several minutes. I mean, it was painful to watch if you ask me. So that's one thing I wanted to get off my chest. And another thing that I wanted to address here was the fact that I've heard a few things since then about how Hillary's dad, like, told, like, I think he told an interviewer that Hillary posted that video because her dad, like, threatened to take her car away, and how he was defending himself with that statement. And I cannot believe he would say something like that to try to defend himself because that has absolutely nothing to do with what he did in the video. I mean, even if Hillary did post a video because of that, that does not give him any justification whatsoever to what he did several years ago in terms of how he physically abused his own daughter. And now I've heard that, like, the video was posted last week, and the news has been all over it, the internet's been all over it, and now Anonymous is getting into it. So it's really become serious for what's happening to the judge, and I really do think that he did. I still am backing up my statement saying that he does deserve to get help and how he definitely needs it, because if he doesn't get help, I think that, I mean, it just amazes me that people that have this much power, since he's a judge, can get away with stuff like this, that what he does to his own daughter regardless of like what she did. I mean, and it really, I mean, that's another thing I wanted to address because people say that like Hillary illegally downloaded stuff, but the thing is that they can't really there wasn't more, they didn't really show what happened before the video was posted, so no one really knows exactly everything that went down in the family before the whipping went down. So people can say what they want, but everything that was in the video was what got posted. So if anything that happened before that, we'll never know in terms of what we can agree or what we can disagree with. But I mean, even so, what we did see in the video is more than enough proof to like know that the judge definitely deserves to get help for what he did, and how it still isn't right. But I do want to let everyone know, though, that physical discipline can happen, and it should happen to a certain extent at a certain age, because that's what happens with all parents and all their kids. So I also wanted to post a video because I want to know what you think will happen to the judge from here, because a lot of people have been saying that he might get like fired from his job, and how he might face criminal charges because of this, and there's so many different possibilities. But I wanted to know what you guys think, what will happen to him from here. And like, if like you want to post anything about, if you still agree or disagree with the video, just like do that on my other channel. Or if you want, you can check out my forum, because we're discussing that right now on the forum that I run. So we have a topic about that, and it's getting a lot of views and a lot of replies on it. So if you want to check that, just check out the video info below, in this description. So just post what you guys think what will happen to the judge, because I certainly hope that the judge does get help. And it's certainly going to be interesting to see what happens in the end over the next upcoming weeks to him, with all this hype that from the media that's like really bringing a lot of attention to this video, because it has over, I think it has like over 6 million hits now here on YouTube. So, and not only outside on YouTube, but also in the news as well. So it's been all over the place, all around the country. So it's been pretty big. So overall, though, I do hope that the judge gets the help that he needs, and I'm still backing up my statement saying that I defend Hilary 100% for her actions and what she thinks what should happen to her father. And I also wanted to know what you guys think. So thank you guys for watching this video, and check out my forums if you want to discuss this topic more, and I'll see y'all later.